Hey, good morning. We are traveling, just had breakfast, a late breakfast and a long visit down with Jared, so that was nice. But we're really listening in to the letter that the Apostle Paul wrote to the church in Rome. And he's challenging them as they are living in a culture that has steeped the the whole school system, the whole political system, the whole market system in idolatry. And so the emperor, all the way down to the lowest station you could imagine in the Roman Empire, are all surrounded, and most of them practicing pagan worship, trying to connect with the spirit world, trying to appease the gods and the goddesses who really are demons. And so that's the culture where the church lived and thrived in Rome when they listened to this letter. And Paul, there in chapter 13, is saying, look, as Christians, we respond differently because we have presented our bodies as living sacrifices. We know that we can all say, I have died, I have been crucified with Christ, therefore it is no longer I who lives, but Christ who lives in me. And you can't hurt a dead man. You know, I'm dead to the world, and I'm alive to God. And so he says, your lifestyle, the way you behave, the way you respond in this world to other people is not the natural way. And neither is our way of responding to authority. Here in chapter 13 and verse 2, he says, therefore, whoever resists authority has opposed the ordinance of God, and they who have opposed will receive condemnation upon themselves. So it's imperative, it's a command that we as Christians submit to the authorities that are above us. And he's going to make the next statement that there's no one in authority that God didn't put there. So, when it comes to obeying the laws of the land, when it comes to submitting to the authorities that are above us, whether they're taxes or speed limits or even HOAs, which if you're in an HOA, I'm sorry for you, but the principle is very clear. It's hard to get around. I don't like it personally, but I know that I can trust when God gives me a command, that when I obey it, then he takes over. So, with the same thing that the Apostle Paul challenged the church in Rome, that you submit yourself to the authorities that are over you. Children, your parents. Employees, your employers. Military, your superiors. It's that system where we recognize that every authority belongs to God. Now, the person practicing, exercising, or wielding that authority may not be doing it in a manner that pleases God. We have other avenues to deal with that. But our attitude of humility, our attitude is one of submission because we trust Jesus. So that's the goal, that our submission to any authority is an expression of our submission to Christ himself. And you and I can submit to Jesus because we know that he loves us. And so this morning, be reminded again that God loves you, and we love you.